Hey everybody, so I know it's really late that I'm getting this out there, but my son has been completely going crazy today and wanted all of my attention, so I've been kind of busy. But I'm finally here and I finally got it done, so let's get it started. Joke of the day. What did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? If we don't get some support soon, people are gonna think we're nuts. Ha! Oh, my sense of humor. Okay, here is the song of the day.
It is time now to create the ultimate dance party. You may already have a catchy melody and a fierce groove, but that's not enough. To take things over the top, you will need to employ the greatest weapon in the dance party arsenal. You will need to start shaking your rear end, or as some people call it, your hindquarters, your backside, your bottom, your buttocks, your junk in the trunk, your badonkadonk, your squash tart, your j-lo, your double slug, your wiggle bag, your mud flaps, your rump rockets, your flesh pot, your second face, your bounce house, your jiggle twins, your bubble pop, your medicine ball, your sonic boom, your sit biscuit, your mumbler, your rock tumbler, your fun cooker, your sub woofer, your horn section, your lunch pad, mothra, the outback, the closer, your dance captain, your jumbotron, your life's work, your carry-on luggage. Ladies and gentlemen, shake, shake, shake your booty. The happy walrus rhythm tucks. Your two boneless friends. Your dinner the entree. The place where all burritos go. Just butts. You should understand that soup and chicken all around like that. Shake your funk furnace. Your two weird cousins. Please tell Captain Jiggleknots to fire up the band. Your giant fluffy bears. Minneapolis and St. Paul. Just butts. You should understand that soup and chicken all around like that. Shake your seat socket, your jelly pop, your gross domestic product. Shake your flat cabbage, your gum puffs, gigantor, your 2 mounds of mischief. Shake your little monkeys, the gripper, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Shake your boom macker, your reporter large, or in this case, very large. Shake the flounder that's rounder than a giant quarter pounder. Shake, 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 shake that thing.
Okay, so the song of the day was by Blue Man Group called Shake Your Euphemism. Euphemism, I think that's how it's spelled. Hi, babe. The question of the day is, if you were given $5,000 right now for prepping materials only, what would you buy? I think I would buy, I don't know what I would buy. What would you buy? You want to see? Here. Come here. Look. Look. There's you. Huh? Say hi. Hi. Look, say hi over there. Hi. Oh, no, don't get it. Okay. Hi. What would you buy? Would you buy cookies? Yeah, you'd buy cookies. Okay, so today's show is going to be about feeding infants. Um, why is this important? Infants are way more vulnerable to illnesses and infections from unclean water and malnutrition. So they have to have special care. Oh my goodness, what is that? For those of you who are pregnant or plan on getting pregnant and are going to... No. Huh? Stop. See, you might have messed... Oh, that's okay. Stop. Hi? Yeah, you can say hi. For those of you who are planning to breastfeed, breastfeeding protects babies from the risk of contaminated water supply. It also provides protection against respiratory illnesses and diarrhea. Yeah. Diseases that can be fatal in populations displaced by a disaster. Can you stop, please? The basics of breastfeeding during an emergency are pretty much the same as normal. All you really have to do is what you do in a normal situation. It provides normalcy. Just continue to breastfeed whenever the baby seems hungry, and it maintains the mother's milk supply, and provides a familiar comfort. Plus, the release of hormones while the mother is breastfeeding relieves stress and anxiety and is calming to both the mother and the baby. Yeah, I wrote it all out. You may, if you are planning on breastfeeding, you may want to store up on several months supply of formula, just in case, because you never know if the mother might get sick or, God forbid, the mother dies, or if you plan on meeting up as I call it a family, but a community, forming a new group to stick with in the end of the world as we know it. If one of them has a baby and ends up sick and no one can breastfeed that child, or no one can wet nurse, then you'll need something for the baby. So it'd be smart if you know anyone or even if you're a young woman, really. I personally, I cannot have kids right now, so I don't really have to worry about it, but I do know other people who are pregnant, and I know some who are planning on having kids, and I know some who are just young preppers, and it's always smart because you never know what's going to happen. So just keep some on hand. If you plan on being a formula feeder, then store at very least 3 months supply of ready-to-use formula. Disposable bottles and nipples are most convenient, but any unused portion of the ready-to-use formula would have to be refrigerated. So either in I know some people use streams, like lakes and streams, where the water is colder. They can use that as a refrigerator, but if you're not close to anyone, which I am not, then I would have to throw out the extra, which is kind of a waste. So always remember to pour just the right amount, and it's always better to have to pour more than to throw some out. So remember that. But also keep in mind that powdered milk or powdered formula requires water. And so when you're making the formula, you want to make sure that the water is extra clean, that the bottles are extra clean, because the baby can get sick so easily. If you prepare formula with boiled water, make sure that the water is cool before giving it to the infant. Wash your hands before prepping the formula and before feeding an infant. You can also, if you're breastfeeding, you're also going to want to wash your boob. Make sure everything is clean. Okay. Speaking of infants, how much powdered formula is a 12-week supply is a question that I forgot your name. I'm so sorry. I didn't write it down. But someone asked me when I commented that this is what this show was going to be about. It depends on the baby, really. I know my son and when my brother was born to my mom, they were both big babies. So they would eat more than a smaller child. Stop. Seriously, stop. So now I don't know.
Hi.
Stop.
Hi.
Yeah, they're saying hi.
Hi.
At least 12 large cans, which means the 25 to 32 ounce of powdered formula is a 12-week supply. And for that, you would need 18 to 24 gallons of bottled water. That was supposed to be just water. To prepare it. Stop. Some infants also have difficulty digesting one type of formula or another. So, like for my son, I know he had a hard time. Go to Mima. Go to Mima. Go build the caterpillar. My son had a hard time digesting the normal formula, and we tried him on a couple different kinds, and finally we found one that kind of worked. But every baby is different, so also keep in mind that if you want, you can always stockpile different kinds of formula. If you have that opportunity, I would do it. If you have no formula and breastfeeding is impossible, then plan ahead for problems. That's what prepping is planning ahead for an incident that may or may not happen. So I know one really good option is to get canned milk. You know, the condensed milk. Do half canned milk, half water, and a spoonful of sugar. And that's good for babies, and it keeps them healthy. If you cannot buy the milk or cannot find the milk, whatever you want to say, you can make a porridge kind of thing out of rice or cornmeal or oats or something like that. But always add some like beans or eggs or meat or something in it, something that's a protein, and then mash it up really, really good and give it to the baby, like baby food. So that's an opportunity. You always want to add just a little bit. Now, I read this somewhere. I can't remember where I read it, but it says to add sugar to the baby's foods, especially if it's something like the porridge from rice and beans or eggs in it. You want to put a little bit of sugar and maybe some oil in it. It all depends on what you have around you. But also keep in mind that cornmeal and rice and stuff like that is not enough for a baby. They need other substances, as in proteins and sugars and different things, for the baby to grow right. Anyway, so that's really it for today. Tomorrow will be about toddlers eating, and I'll probably go get some stuff from the store tonight to show you guys because, truth be told, I could use some more of the infant foods. So, anyway, so thanks for watching and sorry about the issues with the baby. Like I said, he's just been not himself today. So, hopefully he feels better. I know he's been acting kind of weird, so I just don't want him getting sick. And for a while he was really sick, actually, throwing up really bad. No fevers really, but really, really sick. So hopefully that's not happening again. But as of right now, he's okay. I don't know if you guys can hear him screaming or not, but he's just really clinging right now. Anyway, but thanks for suffering through it, and I hope you liked today's song. Everything will be down below, all the links. If you have any questions for the end of the week, please do. Any subject. Um, this week will most likely be about just children. Um, so really, if you have any questions about what to do with a child in the end of the world as we know it, it's such a long saying. But if you have any questions about stuff, any ideas, any thoughts, please share and we'll discuss it on our What We Need to Know Day, which will be, let's go for Monday. I think Monday sounds good. So, let's plan on Monday the 7th will be our What We Need to Know Day, and we'll just stick with Mondays. So make sure you get your questions and thoughts and concerns in, and we'll make sure to talk about it. So anyway, thanks and have a good day. Bye.